So the plan was to save the windows. That was the mission. We want to save these windows. So these are solid wood windows, the original windows. They've been painted 100 times. I know that you can rip out the old ones and just throw in the new plastic ones or whatever. And usually when you get these older homes, it's best not to swap out the old windows. If you can save them, you should try to save them. It does take a lot of work. Ideally, you would put storm windows on there and be done with it. This house has like 11 windows, and we got one refinished and put it back in, and we just didn't have time to do that. So the goal was to overall save the house. In our mad experimentation of what to put over the windows to keep the water out, we came up with acrylic sheets, and that would basically keep them dry so they would stop rotting and give us enough time to finish all the other things we had going on. So with the windows, we also came up with this idea of repurposing and salvaging all this different material that we found on the old family farm. They had these old pig sheds, some old barns, and some old scrap metal lying around. So we tried to repurpose a lot of that metal, that corrugated metal sheets, for our shutters for the windows as well. You have all these plans, and you gotta work, you gotta pay the bills. You got these kids growing up, and one of the things I enjoyed the most was just including everybody in all the various activities. Not everyone was interested in what some of my big ideas. Those are my two youngest. I don't know if that's a t-shirt he's got wrapped around his head or what. It's not an injury. Seasons are changing as we're taking on all these different tasks. Time-wise, hobby farm is all that we could manage. We eventually drop all those trees in the front yard. And then one day we started repainting the aluminum siding for the gables and the gutters and the roof trim. And I started out on one side with just using a roller. On the other side, I graduated to like a $35 spray gun, which it worked amazingly well. Highly recommend those little spray guns. They're almost a throwaway gun. If you get them all cleaned out, you can use them multiple times. So we finally got both sides painted. Looks like the gutters still need to be done there. The metal on the chimney, that was just, there's no real purpose there. That was an experimental design element. If we knew someone we could trust, then we probably would have hired out a lot more of the different jobs we had to do on this property. But the more we learned, and really patching up the old house, building the chicken coop, those types of activities basically gave us the confidence to go for this crazy idea of building our own barn house.